Afternoon baseball here on the show. The Midsummer Classic between the National League All-Stars and the American League All-Stars. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special coverage of the Major League Baseball All-Star Game here on the show. I'll be joined in the booth by Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, but before we turn to them, let's turn to the results of the fan voting for this year's All-Star starters. Final preparations being made down on the field. We've got a fun night in store. It's the Major League All-Star Game on the show, and it comes your way next. Justin Verlander, a Virginia-born right-hander, gets the ball to start this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matty V, this ought to be a lot of fun. This guy won the Cy Young Award last year in the AL, so he knows how to pitch. And one of the things he does effectively, he attacks the strike zone. And if he does that, he should be fun to watch in this one.
In is Christian Yelich. He will lead this one off today. First pitch coming. Here it is. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And just a Chamber of Commerce afternoon for baseball. 82 degrees here at first pitch. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Right down the middle with a changeup, but not what he was looking for. Taken for a strike.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
Now here's the pitch. To 2-2 now. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is gone to open up the ball game.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Javier Báez comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
You know, D-Roll, Patty Johnson, decent strike zone, but isn't always super consistent. I think that's one of the things that irritates players and pitchers.
Yeah, you're going to see a few glares, not only from the offensive guys, but maybe the guy on the mound as well. He needs to be a little bit more consistent.
Can't connect there. It's 2-2.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
The 2-2. Chopped toward the second baseman. Scooped up. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Batting third. From the Atlanta Braves, the first baseman, Freddie.
Now at the plate, Freddie Freeman. First pitch on its way from Verlander. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2.
That front door slider is a devastating pitch. By the time you realize it's in the zone, it's too late, and you can't even put a good swing on it.
1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down against Verlander here in the first. It's the National League nothing. American Leaguers coming to bat. You're watching the Major League Baseball All-Star Game exclusively on the show. Hyunjin Ryu, the Korean lefty, will be the starter in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
George Springer the next to hit. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The right fielder, George Springer.
Here it comes.
Ball 1. Count 1-0.
One and 0 pitch on the way. A bouncer up the middle. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Batting second, from the New York Yankees, the second baseman, DJ.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. His past history with Hyunjin Ryu. He's totaled 4 hits in 19 tries. Pitch on the way.
Ball, that pitch is out.
1 out, nobody on.
Ball,
2-0. The pitch. 3-0 now.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Here's the 3-0. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I got to believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A 1-out walk here in the home first.
Batting third, from the Los Angeles
So
Angels,
striding forward now, Mike Trout. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Comes set. Now the pitch.
Ball that time.
The 1-0.
Yep, that ball went out.
And not the kind of swing you're hoping for on 2-0 as they bunch him up inside. It's 2-1 now.
Not much you can do with that one. Tied him up in knots.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch.
Count is 3-1.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
Hit hard up the middle. And Trout has himself a base hit.
There's a hard-hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Here's Carlos Santana now as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. From the belt, the pitch.
1-1.
LeMahieu over at second. Trout at first, one gone. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
He's up in the zone a lot right now. Sometimes that can be effective, but I think you have to be careful with that, especially during a day game where the ball tends to carry a lot more.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Yelich is under it, and that's the second out of the inning.
From the San Francisco Giants, the designated hitter.
Standing in, Hunter Pence. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Ryu comes set. Here's the delivery. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Hot shot down the line. And that is a fair ball as this one's heading for the left field corner. And the run scores as the American League is off to the early 1-0 lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D. Where you get that base hit to give your team the lead, you have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
And that'll bring up Alex Bregman. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. 2 men are on with 2 men out. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Make a good pitch right here and get your offense back in the dugout after only giving up 1 run.
Here's the 0-2. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. On the ground to the right side. And that's by him into right field for a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
Adapt and persevere. That's what I always said on the offensive side. Down in the count right there. Batter hits a ground ball the other way. He's able to fight off a tough count and get himself a base hit.
Into the box now, Gary Sanchez, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0.
I think this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes into this game.
Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball. 2-1.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Bases are loaded here, 2 down. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 pitch. Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been, as they'll strand the bases loaded. The side is retired. So 1 run here on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 men left stranded. We'll move ahead to the top of the second now. It's the American League 1 and the National League nothing. Into the box now, Cody Bellinger. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
The right fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Cold strike as the slider gets the outside corner.
This is what fires me up right here. You don't get a chance to see this every day of the week. You got the reigning Cy Young Award winner squaring off against the reigning MVP. That's why you pay the price of admission.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high 1-2.
Hey, textbook waste pitch right there. Does he go elevated fastball again or something slow below the zone?
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
Here's Nolan Arenado. As he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. Breaking ball called just a bit low.
You never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at-bat, starting right now.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, of all the guys in this lineup, he's definitely the guy I'd be cautious with, especially with a 1-run lead. No surprise that he's treading lightly right here.
He loses him on ball 4.
And with the bases empty and 3 balls, I think they were probably just saying, hey, we're not going to compound our mistakes here. Better issue a free pass and give him something to drive.
So that'll bring up Josh Bell. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
Runners on first with 1 down. Close there, but he doesn't get the call with the breaking ball. The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Made him look silly with that one.
Popped him up. Sanchez is there. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting center. From the Chicago Cubs, the catcher, Wilson.
So the runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning, and Wilson Contreras digs in at the plate. Has a look, now the pitch. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. Contreras in front, 2 balls and no strikes. Two and 0 count, and the pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. Gloved by Santana, and a step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Wow, that's a rarity. A 1-0 game in baseball these days. Both of these pitchers pitched awfully well. It's a shame one of them had to lose this game.
A single run good enough to do it today. 1-0 the final score. The American League All-Stars jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Justin Verlander takes home the win. Hyunjin Ryu lasted only an inning in the losing effort. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score for the victorious American League All-Stars: 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. For the visitors, no runs on no hits, no errors, and they left 1 man on base. The winning pitcher is Justin Verlander. The loss goes to Hyunjin Ryu. Time of the ballgame, a swift 2 hours and 19 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.